Hey guys, this is Joe Deckelmeyer with Screen Rant here at Comic-Con 2023 for Adventure Time, Fionna and Cake. I am with Adam Muto and Ryann Shannon. How are you guys doing today?
Doing good.
Pretty good.
Awesome.
Pretty good.
So, first of all, thank you guys for joining us here. And Comic-Con is awesome. And we talked about this a little bit. You guys have not. You've been down to the floor a little bit.
Yes.
You have not.
Very sweaty.
No. It's very hot down there. But we're here to talk about some Adventure Time, Fionna and Cake. Now, tell me a little bit about this Adventure Time spinoff and what we're going to explore with Fionna and Cake.
Sure. Yeah, we wanted to find a way to expand the world of Adventure Time without stepping on what we'd done before. So Fionna and Cake were characters in the original series that were really popular, but we didn't really kind of explore the nature of their world or where they came from. So it felt like doing a series with them would be one way to do that. And it kind of starts where the original series ended, and Fionna in a different situation than we've seen her before. And it's just about her and Cake trying to find their role in their respective universe.
I love that. I love it. Now, can you talk about making this series for a more older audience? The original Adventure Time audience has kind of grown up a little bit. So you talk about making the series for an older audience a little bit?
Yeah. I think that the original Fionna and Cake spin-off episodes were kind of older.
Sure.
But yeah, this one is just as we're growing older, we're growing with the characters, and yeah, it's just writing more from the heart and like our own experiences.
What were you guys most excited to explore with these characters on this new journey?
A couple things. I mean, Fionna as a character was something that before, because she's like an AU version of Finn, so from the beginning it was like, how can we differentiate them so it's not just this is girl Finn, because that wasn't really interesting to us. So I think trying to find what could be different about her personality and maybe making her, her traits like elevated in some ways, but like way different than Finn in others. And just kind of where she is in her life is a lot different than Finn too. So she's kind of a mess, which is like a lot more fun too. We haven't done that with a protagonist. And as far as like S&P notes, you just get fewer, which is really nice.
Sure.
We used to have like long email chains about somebody getting stabbed, and now it's like just no notes. I'm like, this is amazing.
Get away with a little more violence than
Yeah, not that we're trying to, but we just don't get as many notes as we used to on that stuff, and it just makes it a lot easier.
Actually, I kind of wanted to talk about that. Ryann, can you talk about the tone and the comedy that we're going to see in this series?
Yeah, I mean it's still pretty grounded, in like Adventure Time standard fare. But yeah, like there's swears now.
mild.
Yeah,
swears.
they're very gentle. But yeah, you're dealing with a little more mature themes. I think.
Yeah, and I think the show kind of already went down that
Yeah.
road to a degree. It's just like maybe having a bit more time to sit with those themes. And,
Sure.
Yeah.
we these are also like half-hour episodes as opposed to like 11 minutes, so you feel a little less pressure to like fit as much as you can in that 11 minutes.
And the cast is older, so it's like
Right.
Yeah.
Now, can you talk about what you're excited to explore with the continuation of the story of the Ice King?
Yeah, because when this starts, he's not the Ice King. He's back to being Simon Petrikov. So he's not magical. He's just a regular human, and he's like a stranger in a strange land because he's in the world of Ooh, which is very magical and very futuristic, and he's just this guy from the last reference points he remembers are like the 90s. So and just getting Tom Kenny to kind of explore that character, because we'd see him in like flashbacks, but
Sure.
this is like the most extended we've seen of the Simon version of the character.
I love the characters in Adventure Time. Are there any chances that we will see some familiar faces possibly pop up in Fionna and Cake?
absolutely.
You want to hint? Can we hint on any of them?
Yeah, I mean, because it is also a multiverse story. I'm sorry I begin every sentence with yeah and, but so that's part of what interested us too, is like being able to show different versions of familiar characters and how they would relate to Fionna, and kind of using that to drive her character growth. So like Finn, like the current version of Finn, we'll see at least one Finn and some Jake, and other characters you'd kind of associate with Adventure Time, like Princess Bubblegum and Marceline. So we tried not to divorce it completely from the original series without making it a cameo fest.
Amazing. Now, catch us up. For fans that may not remember, what have Fionna and Cake been up to since in between series?
That's a good question. Well, where this one starts, it's just kind of like she's been in a '90s sitcom since the original series ended. Like her world it's Ooh, but it's like a very different version of Ooh. So she's just kind of been trying to make rent.
Yeah, living a normal life, trying to hold down a job.
Now, can you talk to me about how the world of Adventure Time has grown, and did you expect this when you guys first started the show?
I don't think you can because you never know how many seasons you're going to get. So even from the first season, it felt like, well, we might get canceled. So you don't plan too far ahead because if you wait until like a season 5 payoff, you don't know you'll even get 2 seasons. So I think after the first couple seasons and it didn't get canceled, it became a little bit safer to like think in longer terms. And a lot of it was driven by sort of, the age of Finn. Like he became, he went from a 13-year-old kid to being 18, and your concerns and how you view the world change a lot. And it felt weirder to write towards that younger version of the character the older he got. And so I wouldn't say the world changed a ton, but like how he related to it certainly changed.
Can we talk about how the characters have evolved since the last time we saw them, and what you kind of wanted to see with that with Fionna and Cake?
Oh, the other characters?
Yeah.
So Ice King is Simon, and he's sort of a depressed 40-something, or no, he might be in 50s. I have to do the math. I do the math sometimes. But so he's kind of on his own and trying to find his place in the world. And Marceline and Bubblegum have moved on from being just the ruler of the Candy Kingdom and a vampire queen to further in their relationship. And Finn is like just a way more bombastic version of himself than maybe we last saw him, but still essentially Finn. It's hard because we've actually shown what he is at the end of his life in an earlier special, so you have to like connect those two versions of the character. So he's like more mature, but he's also still kid-like in some ways.
It's amazing. Now, Ryan, what's been your favorite part about exploring the continued story of Adventure Time?
Oh, I mean, we're doing multiverse stuff, so it's been really interesting going into like different universes and kind of seeing like what these characters would be like if this happened,
Sure.
like in this different environment. So it's like different outfit changes, like I don't know, it's just like a wide breadth of opportunities to like play with these characters.
Now, the last question I have for you guys: we are at San Diego Comic-Con 2023. What are you most excited to explore on the Comic-Con floor?
I didn't research. Are there like crazy booths this year?
I mean, there's some cool booths. There's some cool booths out there. Are you a collector at all for anything?
I don't read as much now, certainly, but when I came a couple years ago, I would always be excited to meet artists that I would only see here. So I usually try to seek out booths of artists I like, or just remember reading their stuff really early on.
Yeah.
So I'll probably look there to see if they've got like a new sketchbook, and if there's just anything really giant and huge.
Yeah, there's some good stuff. Yeah, I mean, when I was walking through, there was like a big Tamagotchi booth, and I was like, I kind of wanted to check that out.
Oh,
but the line was massive. It was massive. I
Really?
was like, and it was too sweaty. I was like, I gotta get out of here.
It's pretty hot down.
But maybe if the line slows down a little bit, I might go back in.
Amazing. Well, Adam, Ryan, thank you guys so much for joining us here at Screen Rant Comic-Con 2023. See you soon. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.